Some years ago, they decided that we needed daylight savings time, and supposedly it was for the farmers, so that we could help them out with their crops, and the chickens would lay more eggs or whatever if we change the time around and whatever, and we still have it today. Do you think it's outlived its usefulness, or what do you think about daylight savings time?
I hate the fall back because it gets so dark early.
Yes.
I hate that. I
That's
like the
brutal.
spring forward. I'm all about the springing forward. But
Yeah.
I hate the falling back, which we do in, 2 weeks? We fall back in 2 weeks?
Yeah,
Yes.
we do. We
Yes.
I'm not looking forward to
Yeah.
that.
I think it's just so disruptive.
Yes.
I think it's so disruptive to our sleep cycle.
Yes, I do
find
too.
it. I find it. It's 2 weeks to adjust, both ways. And so I don't like it. I was in Arizona for 9 months with my father, and they don't participate in daylight savings.
Wow.
So the time never changed, and it was fabulous. I
Yes.
thought, why don't we do this? I mean, did it really help the chickens lay more eggs?
Or the cows to give more milk?
Or, did it really, really what, do we use less energy? Why do we do this? I don't understand it. So personally, don't understand it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So no, I don't like it.
I don't like it either. It messes with my body clock.
Oh, my
Yeah.
Lord. It takes
I'm
forever.
tired when I go to
does.
bed. I'm tired when I wake up. By 2 o'clock, I'm tired again at my desk. And it takes about 2 weeks for me to get back into the swing of things. And I would just like for it to be even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like disruption.
I don't either. I don't either. Trying to get over it and then trying to deal with the darkness in the winter. Like you said, in about 2 weeks at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it's going to be dark.
And your kids get grouchy. If you have any small kids, my kids are just grouches when we do all that. Because it changes with theirs. If I'm tired, they're tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang it, you're dreading it,
So
dreading
our
it, dreading it.
circadian clocks inside our little bodies are all off, and it's, and then I remember several times when people have forgotten to change their time,
yeah.
and they come to church late or
Yes,
early.
I've done
Early, they show up early
Early.
in the fall, right?
Yeah.
They
And
show
it's
up
like,
early in the fall.
oh,
Late in
okay.
the spring.
Yes, so it does take some getting used to, and they always do it on the weekends. It's always on a Sunday,
At least it gives you a chance to get to work on time.
Yeah.
You can do it.
But it's an inconvenience. So I was just wondering if you thought that maybe it's outlived its usefulness.
Was it ever useful? Right, that's my question. Was it ever useful?
A few years ago, remember it was like the middle of October we fell back, and now they moved it 3 weeks later to help people with depression. I'm like, why don't we just get rid of it? Because of the darkness. So they move it a little later, so the darkness, so it's not so dark. I guess what is it? Not daylight savings time. Is it daylight savings time coming up?
No, we're on daylight
Daylight
savings
savings
time
time.
now.
So whatever. So they moved it back a few weeks, so people with depression wouldn't be depressed so much during those winter months,
Is
and they wouldn't have
that
that
the reason?
seasonal, that seasonal affective disorder.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, then just get rid of it.
Well, what did they do with the people in Alaska?
I don't know.
Seriously.
When it stays
Dark,
light
yeah.
for, an extended period of time.
I guess
and
that's
it
why
stays
they have
dark
yeah,
an
I don't
extended
know.
period of
They
time.
deal with it.
There's a lot of drinking that goes on
Yeah.
up there, is what I hear.
Yeah,
Because there's nothing else to do.
all that light.
That's what I understand.
And you want to take a trip
And
there.
I've never been there, so.
It'll be an interesting trip for you. I've met several people who've been to Alaska.
And they've loved it.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
loved it. It's a wonderful place. They did tell me that there were huge mosquitoes,
Really?
but no ants.
No,
there were no
Because it's too
ants.
cold?
I don't know. I don't know what the
But they
reasoning is
said
behind
you'd have
that.
mosquitoes if it's
Yeah.
too
Yeah,
cold.
it seemed like their wings would freeze and inflate.
Yeah, I hear there's
Something.
huge.
They just have a short life.
Oh,
that's
that's
all.
what
Short
it is.
Just a
lifespan.
life.
Yeah,
Very
short
short.
lifespan. Yes, indeed. I know Christmas, the holiday season is coming up, and I know we've all been budgeting and saving our money, and we're all ready to go for the holidays. Am I right?
No.
Anybody budget? Anybody
No.
have a budget
Budget. For Christmas?
for just a budget? A monthly budget, a weekly budget, anything like that?
I try to.
I've attempted it. Yeah, I attempt to.
Yeah, I try. I've given it the world.
My husband tries me too.
Yeah.
Hadn't worked yet.
Now, Shona, what type of budget did you have, or do you like so much for food, gasoline, that do you like that?
I take a round amount and then chip away at it.
Uh-huh.
And then by the middle of the month or the end of the month, if I have some left over, I'm good.
There you go.
Oh, good. Oh, yeah.
I like yours. It sounds workable.
Yeah.
Hmm. Because, you know, even though you go on a budget, what about all the emergencies that come up?
Exactly.
And
There's
you know,
always
it never phases me how many emergencies I run into.
Or the gas prices go up,
Yeah.
and that's what
Up
hurts.
again and down and
Yes.
up and down and up. So you never know. You cannot budget for gasoline any
No.
longer. You can set a budget for yourself,
Right.
but as far as the number of gallons of gasoline you're going to get, you can't do
No.
it. You cannot do it. Anybody try to budget for food?
No,
I just bring it on.
I just get what I need to get
Yeah, and run.
and go.
Yeah, yeah. The
I
prices
do
of
cut
food.
coupons
have
though.
gone
Do
up.
you
Yeah,
do that? I do the coupons.
yeah.
I haven't even started taking the paper yet, so I need to get the paper so I can get coupons.
Yeah.
I do love cutting coupons.
Now there are a lot of coupons that are online too.
Right.
Oh, good.
And
Yeah.
you can just take if you have an iPhone, you can just take it in and show them the little barcode. I'm enjoying doing that. I've started
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
But that's
Okay.
for clothing because I like clothes.
Nothing
Well,
like
I
that.
do.
Yeah. So yeah, sometimes we have a budget for your clothing. You know, like how much you're going to pay for that winter coat this year. You know, you see one that's $200-300, and
Yeah,
thinking,
you don't buy that. My daughter wanted
What
a
are we
jacket
going to
yesterday.
do?
It was
We
$100.
get-
I went,
we give ourselves a little price line that we're going to use for that. But I've never been into hardcore budgeting, and maybe I should have been. You know, maybe I would be a lot better off today financially than I am. But like I said, I always find those emergencies that come up. You know,
Yeah.
that just sort of eat that budget up.
You know, there's some great books out there, Yvonne, for some money management. One of them is called Your Money or Your Life. And it's really well written. It helps you prioritize your spending, and it gives you helpful advice on how much you need to save. You know, for let's say you lost your job. Let's say you're laid off. How much money do you need? You need money in reserve for
Yeah.
those times in life. They happen. You know,
Yeah,
we
they
all
do.
know after this economic downswing
Yes.
that we're just kind of crawling out of now.
Yes.
That was really rough on a lot of families. A lot of families lost their homes. And so anyway, this book speaks to that. So make note of that.
Yes,
Your money
I
or your life.
Your
That's
money
good.
or your
Yeah, it's-
life. Well,
it's been
Julie, I
around
was
for a
just going to
while.
move in with you. I mean,
I have enough space for you, Yvonne. You're welcome.
yes, indeed. Well, you know, there are a lot of budgets out here. Like I said, there's your budget for your food, your clothing, and all that. And as ladies, we all love shoes. Anybody got a shoe budget?
I just buy shoes.
Just
Just
buy,
buy
just
shoes. You
buy.
know, like,
them,
yeah,
yes,
those
just
were
buy
so
shoes.
pretty.
Yes, they were so cute.
I have a shoe room. My husband says that in the event of my demise,
You're my hero.
and I go before he does, he is going to have a yard sale after my funeral.
And pay for
And just people are just going to be able to come in and just
What's
take
that-
my shoes.
What's that shoe?
8.5.
Oh, God, I'm sad.
Really? I mean,
And purses. That's what he says he's going to do. So that's the running joke with all my friends that they're not going to the repass. They're going to my house.
Where the shoes are.
How you tell somebody comes that I don't like, what am I going to do?
Yeah, really.
Oh, gee. Well, that's a thought, huh? Well, but you know, you hear a lot of people who have shoe rooms here lately because, well, you know, sometimes shoes are not that expensive too. And if you find a pair of sandals that you like, you get them in a couple of different colors, you know, and they're comfortable.
go with your outfits.
I
That's
know.
right.
It's, you know, it's something that you really do need. So sometimes trying to budget for shoes and pretties and handbags, and we all love handbags.
Oh,
You know,
yes.
got to have them in one in every color, you know, to go with your outfit. So it's almost a necessity to have all that, right?
It is.
Right. As I look at my budget,
Yeah,
yes,
really,
indeed, yes,
non-existent, yeah.
yes. Now, are you ladies movie lovers? Anybody like
If
movies?
it's scary, I can do scary movies.
You can do scary
I
movies.
love scary movies.
Do
Girl,
you?
let me tell you. If you're in a wooded area and some guy's chasing you, you need to have me on your side. I can get out of all of it. I know.
Are you going to fall?
I'm not gonna fall, and I'm not gonna see him after I shot him. If he's
Okay.
dead, I'm gonna shoot
Okay.
and run.
Yeah.
I'm tired of that.
Yeah.
If you're not dead, you chase me, bitch. I turn and shoot you again.
But what if they're the Walking Dead, though? They're already dead and they're chasing you.
Well,
so.
then I guess I'm screwed.
Yeah.
I'm not running.
There you go.
Well, I'm going to tell you about the movies that were out this past weekend, and then I'll go back and we'll talk about them a little bit. Okay, there was Gravity with Sandra Bullock and George Clooney, Captain Phillips with Tom Hanks, Carrie for
I
you.
watched
Oh,
that.
okay.
I watched that.
It's
The
a
original
new-
was
new
good.
version?
New version. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, The Escape Plan, Prisoners with Hugh Jackman, Enough Said, Runner with Affleck and Timberlake, and Insidious Chapter 2. Another scary one.
I didn't
Now-
see the first one.
Okay, I didn't either. I didn't even know there was an Insidious. Okay, now, Gravity, Sandra Bullock. Everybody's talking about how great that is. Anybody seen that?
I haven't seen
No,
it.
my husband and daughter did, and they loved it,
Did they?
but I didn't see it.
Now, is it 3D?
I have no idea.
Yeah, because I've heard that it's in 3D.
I have no idea.
Wow.
Oh.
But it made $31 million.
Serious. Well,
It's serious
Clooney
money.
and Bullock. That's
know.
a good duo.
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
Now, do you go to a movie, if you go to a movie, do you go based on the plot or who's in it?
Who's in it for me?
I
Who's
go
in it?
for the plot, usually.
I don't go to movies very often.
Uh-huh.
Isn't that sad?
No, it's not sad.
I stream movies on my iPad, lay in bed.
So you still see them, you know, so
Yeah,
it's
I
not
do.
like you're out of touch or
I like
anything.
television shows though too. You
yeah.
know, Downton Abbey. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
All the good ones.
Yeah. Hey, Justified, and it was filmed here in Kentucky.
Kentucky, yes, I
Yeah.
love Justified.
I like it too, so
Yeah.
I'm enjoying that. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I should get out more.
Well, you will in months to come. You will get out more. Now we've got Captain Phillips with Tom Hanks. Anybody like Tom Hanks?
I do.
Yeah,
I
he's
love
pretty good.
And I heard the
Hanks.
reviews, I read the reviews about that. That was really good.
Really
but
good.
then there
It's based on a
was
true
some-
story too, right?
yes.
Mhm.
But then, you know, some people were saying, well, some of the people that were actually involved in that true storyline was saying that it didn't actually happen that way. But when you see it at the movies or on TV and they say based on a
Yes.
true story,
Right.
that's what the word based
So,
Yeah.
means.
That is
Yeah.
what that means.
It's not
Based on-
saying we are telling the actual truth here. It happened like this, and like this. It is based on that. So
Yeah.
if I didn't get every word that you said right, it's really okay.
Yeah, it's really,
Yeah.
yeah, it's okay. What about Carrie, the remake?
I haven't seen it, but I would love to. I didn't know it was on.
Who's
but I
starring in it?
Somebody that
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
I don't go see the movie for the actors. I go see it for the.
That's
for the-
right.
I go-
Well, you know, I like the original. Come on.
Was
No,
Sissy
no, what-
Spacek?
Yes,
Yes,
that was good.
But Julianne Moore is the mom in this one. She was
Uh-huh.
the third person in Hannibal Lecter's thing.
Yeah,
She's the
yeah, I
FBI
remember
agent
her, yeah.
in the third session. She's
yeah.
good, boy. She is just scary in of herself.
Yes. But Carrie, I mean, her character, you know, was just such a outcast character in the school, you know, and she was just so pitiful.
Yeah. Does it say on there who's in there?
No, it doesn't. I don't have that information. It's
The blonde-headed girl.
a couple of them. Yeah, another blonde. But it, you know, the original, like I said, was so scary
Oh, yeah.
and so heartfelt that I'm not really sure. I you know, sometimes with remakes, they're okay. You know, you can really like them, but I'm not really sure I could like another Carrie. I mean, it's like it set the mark for you.
Yeah, it's a classic,
It's a
isn't it?
classic. It
Yeah.
set the mark for
Yeah.
crazy, scary movies with high school students. You know, before
High
that.
school scary enough without
Yeah.
Carrie.
Yeah, it can be.
Yes, indeed. Escape Plan with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Would anybody go see
No, I
an
wouldn't see
Arnold
that
movie?
with either one of them. No.
No. Okay. Prisoners with Hugh Jackman, where the two little girls were kidnapped. With
I've
that
never
one.
even heard of it.
Yeah, now I've heard that was a pretty good one, really good one, and
I'd go just to see Hugh Jackman.
yeah, it's Insidious Chapter 2. Now you know it's got to be a slasher movie. You know it's going to be crazy and
I've never heard the
people
first one.
people chasing
Not heard
people.
I don't
Insidious?
guess.
Insidious.
I don't remember it.
Yeah, I don't remember Insidious 1 either.
Yeah.
You must
So-
be busy raising children.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, and they're having a
Working,
life.
having a job.
Having a life.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday was National Sunday School Teacher Appreciation Day.
Oh.
Yes, and that I like to say thank you to my Sunday school teacher. She made me the person that I am today. One of them. Any of you have a special Sunday school teacher?
Oh, I do. Her name was Gertrude White. and we had Sunday school every Sunday at 9:30, and every Sunday you had to go to Sunday school at my parents' house. You had to. And I mean, she was a Sunday school teacher. She sang first soprano in the choir. She did all of the programs, the Christmas plays, the Easter plays, and I mean, she was just a big part of our lives. And you knew when Miss Gertrude said it, you better do it.
Yes.
And it's not anything about, I'm going to tell my mother, I'm going to tell my father. She didn't care about that because she was my mom and daddy's Sunday school teacher.
Yes.
She told them. So, you know, and my sister and I were required to sit on the front pew of the church until we were I was 16, I know. And then I gravitated to the back. You know, she had the piano pulled out from the wall, and she would lean back and stare at you, and it was like the kiss of death.
Yes.
It's like, oh God, Miss Gertrude was gonna get you. But she was always good to us, and she thought that everybody should be able to read. So when you read, she was doing you like this. So if you couldn't keep up with it, that means you couldn't read.
Yes, indeed.
I didn't have that problem. I could read.
Yes.
But she was wonderful.
Nice.
Well, yesterday was also information overload day. Now, do you ever feel like I do with the internet, Facebook, just, you know, newspapers, television? It's just information overload. Some things I want to hear about, some things I don't. You know, how many times can the Kardashians do something odd? You know, it's like, I know, it's like an overload sometimes, but I didn't know if I was the only one like that, or is anybody else here overloading?
I get overloaded really easy. And, you know, work is full and busy and interactive, and you know, to come home and to be inundated with more information and more problems in the world. And you know, I found myself, it was probably 10 years ago, I quit taking the newspaper. I just quit. I thought, I can't read this depressing news every day of my life. I don't want to. So I personally try and live in my bubble. I do my homepage and keep up with the worldly events and make sure that we can, you know, I got a world to step out the door to, you know. But that's it. I've really cut back the information that I take in.
I don't do as much on Facebook as I used to. It's just way too much. You know, and I didn't have it for a long time. And then I finally got Facebook. And I was on it for a lot, and then it sort of lost its flavor, you know, so, and then, you know, you read so many things on Facebook, some not so good, you know, about people, and it just gets to a point where it just gets overdone, and I don't want it anymore. I don't want that. Yeah, not at all. Okay, today was Celebration of the Mind Day.
Whoa, nice.
Mine's on overload, man.
On a Monday of all days, Celebration of the Mind. That's wonderful. And I'm gonna end with this last one here, Reptile Awareness Day. Anybody here have a
Seriously?
a reptile?
I love it.
She likes reptiles.
She always has. Oh my goodness, it's funny. She'll be 29 next month, but she always had a fascination with dinosaurs. And she loves and still loves Land Before Time.
Oh yeah, that's a cute
With
show.
Triceratops, I hope I'm saying it right, Lindsay, if you're out there. And Littlefoot, and she just knew all of the dinosaurs, and she got so good with it that she could recite their lines and sing all the songs. So yes, that day is dedicated to my daughter Nancy.
Yes, indeed. Celebration of the Mind and Reptile Awareness Day. So, you know, you get those reptiles on the brain, and try to keep up with all of them and pronounce all the names of all of them, because they certainly do have a lot of syllables in those names. Listen, I want to thank you ladies for joining me this evening, sitting around and chatting, talking about nothing in particular, but I hope our viewers had a great time listening to us, and I hope maybe we may have solved some of their problems, whether it be with the budget or whether it diet, or some wonderful ideas for some great meals, you know. So I want to thank you all for being here with me today, and I want to thank our viewers, and I'll see you here again next time for more Central Kentucky Talks.